For the last 2 decades, the biggest battles in technology were fought in code. Search engines competed on algorithms. Social networks fought for engagement. Mobile platforms battled over operating systems and app ecosystems. Cloud providers raced to offer better developer tools and scalable services. Software was the weapon. Speed of iteration was the advantage. Distribution was the battlefield. But the next tech war won't be about software. It will be about control over physical infrastructure. Artificial intelligence has shifted the center of gravity in the tech industry. In the past, once you had enough generic compute, software innovation was the main differentiator. Today, the scale and performance of AI systems are tightly bound to hardware capability, energy access, and supply chain resilience. The bottleneck is no longer just better code. It's access to the machines that run it. The first front in this new war is semiconductors. Advanced AI models require specialized chips designed for parallel processing at massive scale. These chips are difficult and expensive to design. They rely on cutting-edge manufacturing processes available at only a handful of facilities worldwide. The companies and nations that control advanced semiconductor production effectively control the pace of AI development. That changes strategy. Tech giants are no longer content to rely entirely on third-party suppliers. They are designing custom silicon, building deeper partnerships with fabrication plants, and investing heavily in domestic manufacturing capacity. Chip architecture is becoming strategic territory. The second front is energy. AI data centers consume extraordinary amounts of electricity. Training large models and running inference at global scale pushes power demand to industrial levels. Access to reliable, affordable electricity is becoming a competitive differentiator. Companies are signing long-term energy contracts, investing in renewable projects, exploring nuclear partnerships, and negotiating directly with utilities to secure grid capacity. Software does not scale without power, and power infrastructure expands far more slowly than digital code. The third front is data center construction. AI workloads require facilities designed for high-density racks, advanced cooling systems, and massive network throughput. Traditional cloud infrastructure is often insufficient. As a result, tech companies are building data center campuses at unprecedented scale. Land acquisition, construction timelines, transformer supply, and grid interconnection approvals are now strategic considerations. The next tech war involves concrete, steel, cooling systems, and transmission lines. Cooling itself has become a battlefield. As chips become more powerful, heat output increases dramatically. Efficient thermal management determines how densely compute can be deployed. Advanced liquid cooling and immersion systems are no longer experimental. They are competitive tools. The company that can extract more performance per watt gains an edge. Networking infrastructure is another critical layer. AI clusters rely on ultra-fast interconnects to coordinate thousands of processors. Latency and bandwidth constraints directly impact model training speed. High-performance networking fabrics are becoming as important as the chips themselves. Why is this happening now? Because AI is transitioning from experimental software to industrial-scale infrastructure. In earlier tech eras, adding more users required minimal physical expansion. Software updates could scale globally with modest server increases. AI changes that dynamic. Each leap in model capability demands exponential growth in compute and energy. That makes physical capacity central. There is also a geopolitical dimension. Export controls on advanced chips have reshaped global technology alignment. Nations are investing heavily in domestic semiconductor production and energy infrastructure to secure strategic independence. Technology leadership is increasingly intertwined with national industrial policy. The next tech war is not just corporate, it is geopolitical. Control over chips, fabrication facilities, rare materials, and power grids is shaping competitive positioning. Another key shift is capital intensity. Software businesses traditionally enjoyed high margins and asset-light scaling. Infrastructure-heavy strategies require enormous capital expenditure. The companies best positioned to compete are those with strong balance sheets and access to financing. This could widen the gap between established giants and smaller challengers. At the same time, infrastructure creates moats. Software features can be copied, interfaces can be redesigned, algorithms can be improved by competitors. But building gigawatt-scale data centers and securing advanced semiconductor supply is far harder to replicate quickly. The next tech war will reward long-term investment discipline, rather than rapid feature iteration alone. None of this means software stops mattering. Software remains the layer that users interact with. It defines experience and application. But increasingly, are constrained by underlying physical systems. The war is moving down the stack. From apps to platforms, from platforms to hardware, from hardware to energy and manufacturing. The winners will be those who integrate across these layers seamlessly. In the coming years, the defining questions will not be about which social app grows fastest. They will be about who controls compute capacity, who secures energy access, who builds resilient supply chains, who aligns with regulatory and geopolitical realities. The next tech war won't be about software because software is no longer the scarcest resource. Infrastructure is. And in an AI-driven world, whoever controls the infrastructure controls the future pace of innovation. The battle is becoming industrial, and it has only just begun.